Hey, hola, namaste, bonjour, ça va? It's the Lost Canuck here, and well, as you can see, I have some ribs sitting in front of me, and I got my cooking hat on. You guys know what that means. Only one thing. We're going to do some cooking today, and on today's cook, we're going to run the Joe. That's right, the Oklahoma Joe. So we're going to make some St. Louis style spare ribs and try hanging them out on the Oklahoma Joe 2.0 Bronco pit barrel. Well, that's a mouthful. Oh, wow, glad I said that. So look, guys and ladies and gentlemen, so here we go. And don't forget, subscribe to me over here on my Instagram page. I'm up to about 230 followers now. Thanks, every follower helps. And if you haven't already done so, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to smash the like button if you like the video, and subscribe, and hit the notify me bell too. The bell's important. So anyways, let's get cooking here. So basically, I'm going to take these St. Louis style spare ribs that I got from Costco. They are super thick and yummy. And we're going to turn them into these. Stay tuned. And for my Hispanic viewers, a mis amigos que hablan español, los subtítulos debajo. And for my Hindi friends, Nietzsche subtitles. All right, so let's roll that intro. Okay, so now we're back. What I'm going to do is open this package up, and I've got my little side shelf over here. And open this package up over here. Take them out one at a time. We're going to demembrane them because the St. Louis style from Costco has the membrane on them. And then we'll season them up. We're going to throw them in the fridge. What time is it here? We'll put these on about 1 o'clock, so we'll leave them in the fridge for about 5 hours. Yeah, 5 hours. Okay, so do them one at a time. And these were in the freezer, so the middle one might be a little frosty. So when I say demembrane, you see on these are St. Louis style ribs. Okay, so this here is the membrane that a lot of people like removed. Now there's not much other skirt or flap meat here on this part that doesn't have the membrane, so we're okay over here. So the one way to do it, and that's how I do it, is you take a butter knife and you try and get it underneath just like that, the membrane on each side, and then you stick your fingers under. Good, bad, or ugly. Now if it doesn't come all the way off, and if it tears, well, you know what? That's just how life is sometimes, and you gotta keep going. And oh, sometimes you can use the paper towel trick too. Okay, so I think I got her started enough here. I can get. Okay, I'm gonna grab some paper towel because they're slippery, and if it rips like that, you'll be okay. It's a tough one. I think it's because they're almost frozen yet. Now that you get it started, you just continue all the way down like that. And hopefully, after a couple tries like Lost Canuck did here, you get this membrane off. So now the membrane's off, and you don't want that, so you throw it away. And what I'm doing is, since I'm hanging these on the Oklahoma Joe, I'm going to cut them in half so that the weight on it's not too bad. They don't fall off the hooks. There's the rib. Okay, so that's about half, I'd say right about there. So you take your trimming knife, just slice it in half. Okay, so there's a couple of nice pieces we're going to season. I'm going to have to run some warm water over both of them because they're too frosty. Alright, so give me a second. I'm going to run some warm water over it. A little trick just to warm the membrane up a bit so it pulls easier. And then we'll pull those off. Be right back. And these came out of the JBS Swift facility, so to my friend Dave, if you're watching, Dave, they didn't get a good pull on this one. Okay. Alright, so there's your main membrane gone. And we'll just trim some of this little extra fat piece off here. Alright, so there's our 6 pieces. They're all fairly meaty. I'm going to clean off my cutting board here. I got 3 different kinds of rubs. I'm going to put one on each, I'm going to put 1 rub on 2 pieces of ribs. So I'm going to have Holy Voodoo. I like this stuff. It's not really, it's by Meat Church. It's not super spicy. It's got a little zip to it. I like it. I got Kansas City style Meat Mitch rub. This is also a very good one. I really like this stuff. And then the family, we're going to try this honey bacon barbecue from Meat Church. This sounds pretty interesting. And yes, Lost Canuck always puts binder on, and you don't have to. If you hate binder and you can't stand people that use binder, just don't put binder on and let life go on. Otherwise, I'm going to use this W sauce by Bear and Burton, and it's called Fireshire. Okay, and you don't need a whole lot of this stuff, okay? Just enough to cover both sides. There. And if you hear a commotion in the background, we just got a new puppy, and he's playing with the ball. I haven't thrown the ball for him this morning. Alright, so I'm going to put the Holy Voodoo on this one. And then we're going to dry brine this for about, like, what did I say, 4 hours, 5 hours? Let it sweat through. That's what you want to see. You want to see it sweat through. Don't be shy about putting rub on either. It's not so bad. Okay, and I like to pat this in. That's just me. Maybe you don't have to. I'm going to flip them, and then that's also why you pull the membrane. It's pretty impermeable, and your rub, the flavors from your rub won't go through that. All right, so got the honey bacon barbecue. The other side. Oh, there's a big flap piece that's going to come off. Must have got cut weird in the factory. Put it here. Let that sweat out in the fridge for a little bit. Last rack. So we're going to do the Meat Mitch. We've done the Holy Voodoo. We've done the honey bacon barbecue. And I think I just have just enough for the last little bit. Yep, just enough. And into the recycling this will go. Alright, so Meat Mitch time. Do the bottoms first. So here's the plan. We are going to leave this out to dry brine in the fridge for about 5 hours. Just going to flip the sides up. This is my Drip Easy prep tub, and I like it because the sides flip up and you can put her in the fridge and let things get all covered up to go up one more level. So like I said, I'm going to go throw this in the fridge to dry brine for about 5 hours. If you liked anything in the video that I used, like my Drip Easy pan, or my little Shun trimming knife, or any of the rubs or sauces or any of that stuff, check out my Amazon affiliate store and the links below. I'd really appreciate it. It helps support the channel, and it helps create more content. All right, so you're going to see me next down at the pit when we're ready to hang these things. Lost Canuck out. All right, Lost Canuck, we're back. We're back upstairs in the barbecue lab. Got my hooks. We're going to hook the ribs, put them on a cookie sheet, and bring them down to the smoker. So we're going to take the thicker side, yeah, and hook them in. So there, I usually go 1, 2, 3 bones. We'll go 2, because they're not heavy. And the reason you want to hook them at least 2, probably you should go with 3 if you're hanging the full rack, is they will, when they cook, sometimes they'll come apart and drop into the fire on you. You can see they've all sweated through. Let's head down to the smoker and hang them on the rods. See you down there. All right, well, hey, it's the Lost Canuck again. And since I've never cooked anything on my Oklahoma drum, I'm going to, now I would never normally do this, but I'm going to put some RFX wireless probes into some of the fat parts of the ribs, just to see where I'm at. Well, normally you never do this, okay? But this isn't a normal day. Okay, let's head down to the pit and hang these up. Pitch says about, should be about 210 degrees or so. Hey, it's the Lost Canuck again. Well, we're down at the Oklahoma Joe's Bronco 2.0. And I'm going to light her up and do some, I'm going to hang some ribs. I got my hooks all ready to go. Just got to bring them upstairs and hook the ribs. So let's put some charcoal in. I also got some, so I've got some B&B hickory charcoal lump, which is supposed to be really good. That's what I used for my burn-in. Plus I also have some chunks of pecan. So I'm going to put a few chunks in there. And then I'll put the put some of the charcoal on top. Okay, so that's enough of that. Let's get my lump in here. Hi Otis, that's just charcoal. It's not dog food. Nothing to do with dogs. Okay. Plenty of charcoal and wood to let her go and smoke. So let's get this in here and I'll light it. I'm going to close this down. I'm going to open it up to just under 1 and just under 1 because we want to go low and slow on the ribs. I'm going to try and run them around 250, maybe 275. Probably smoke them for 3-4 hours, maybe wrap it. We'll see what they look like. And so now let's go upstairs, hook the ribs, bring them down, and we'll get the charcoal going here. All right, we'll see you in a minute. All right, well, we got our Bronco drum smoker lit. You can see some of the smoke coming out of here. But what I forgot to mention was I hung an RFX probe in there right where the ribs are going to be, so I'll know what the temp of the ribs are. I might even try and put a couple of wireless probes into the ribs just to see what kind of temps we're getting. All right, we're going to let this start burning and get going. Hey, you can see it's already taken off. The gauge says it's up to 150. Hey, it's the Lost Canuck. Well, we got the hooks in the ribs. Temperature probes are in the ribs. Got my temperature probe hanging. It's time to hang the ribs in the Oklahoma Joe Bronco and get them going. Once I open this, this will turn into an inferno pretty quickly. All right, Okay, so we got our ribs hung. We'll just monitor the temperatures with the RFX system. You can see she's smoking away pretty nicely. I got lots of charcoal in there, hickory, and I threw some pecan, so we should get some good smoke on these things. All right, so we're gonna spritz them. I'm gonna wait for after the first hour, and you can see I didn't do a good job sealing this this one bolt hole. I'm gonna have to come back and use some more RTV and seal that up. All right, but everything else seems to be sealed. Okay, well, Lost Canuck here. The ribs have been on for about 5 hours. I'm gonna pull them off, put them in my foil pan, and put them in the warming oven just to rest them up. Oh yeah, they look smoky. All right, so we're gonna try and keep them together. Put them in this foil pan. See if I can get them without dropping them in. Let's go put them in the warming oven. I'm gonna choke this off. Our charcoal should go out here in a little bit. I'm gonna go put these in the holding oven. And then right now the family's pulling some weeds out front. So I'm gonna leave it in there for about an hour just to hold. And then by the time that time's over, we should be all ready to eat. Okay, Lost Canuck here. Well, we've got the holding oven set up. It's starting to heat up. I have it set at 158 because I happen to know that the shelf in here sits at about 150. When it's set at 158, that's the one. Let's put these in. See if I can do her with one hand. Let's get this thing closed up. We're gonna hold those for a while. And I know the internals have gotten to about 195 according to my RFX system. So next time you see me, it'll be up at the cutting board. Hey, all right, Lost Canuck here. Back from the warming oven. We did some yard work and left these things in there for about an hour and a half at 150, and they're well rested. So let's get them up on. Let's get a slab up on the cutting board and see what we got. Now these things are well smoked. Let me tell you, they're still steaming. So let's take the hook out. They smell great. Smell like a charcoal fired rib. I don't know if you've ever been down to the Rendezvous in Memphis, but it's kind of what they smell like. Let's see what we got here. Let's slice one open. Okay, well, looks like we got a pretty decent smoke ring on here. Not bad. They're juicy. Don't want to squeeze them too bad. Wow, these things smell great. They smell very charcoal-y. Let's take a bite here in a second. Now, I didn't wrap these or anything, so let's see what they taste like. Very smoky, but it bites off the bone really nice. Let's try a different, from a different set here. Smoke ring on there. It's been on the smoker for a long time. A lot of charcoal flavor. These are pretty juicy. They're pretty warm still. Let's take a bite out of this one. This one looks really good. Okay, I think these ones are the Holy Voodoo, a little spicier. This one was pretty mild. I'm getting all my ribs in now. Final thoughts and conclusions. Well, that little $329 Oklahoma Joe Bronco 2.0 from Home Depot really smokes. Does a good job. Hey, I only paid 300 bucks for it, and the door doesn't seal up very good, so I got some of the grease leaked out. But I think if I do a little mod with a Destaco clamp, I can seal her up pretty good. It's going to cost like 15 bucks to do. A couple of spots where I got to put a little more RTV where it was leaking, but it's a great little smoker. If you're interested in one, well, they were on sale for $329. They were 70 bucks off, which, you know, to get into smoking anything is a pretty decent price. And like I say, I'm just your everyday average backyard barbecue kind of guy. And heck, anybody, if I can go to Home Depot and get one, anybody can do one, put it together and smoke ribs and have some really nice results. All right, so having said that, don't forget to check out my Instagram. There's my QR code right there. Got about 230 followers now. Really appreciate it if you followed me. And if you like anything else that you've seen during the show, like my Wüsthof craftsman knife or my cutting board or any of the other equipment I've used, I've got links down below in my affiliate store. Doesn't cost you anything extra. It helps the channel grow. And don't forget, I bought all this stuff myself, even my smoker, nothing. Everything I have that I've used so far, I've paid for. Nobody's given me anything. No companies have donated anything to me. So just keep that in mind when I ask you guys to check out my store. All right. So I've got tons more content on smoking right over here. So if you enjoyed that, don't forget to check out these playlists. Don't forget to smash the like and subscribe and the notify me bell. And remember, be kind to each other. Lost Canuck out.